In terms of this media influence, even on our relationships, I think we have to remember that, white folk by nature are perverse. And I think that if we get into some of Mwalimu K. Barudi's literature, that, we could see that just by nature, their history is one of perversion. So when we're watching them on the TV and in these films, and again, with this pornography, it's very difficult to take, this stuff in on a regular basis and not be affected by it. But in terms of the media thing, I wanted to ask Miss Tate, since she was really strong about, the television, which, I can agree with. What was it? What were you seeing on television, on media, that attracted you to a white male?
Well, I think it was not just media. I think for me, I was attracted to I think they were singers, the Wham. I think his name was Wham. They called him Wham and Boy George. When I was coming up, it was Boy George and Wham. So these were singers, and they had the long hair and the, so that was, I think that got me into the media and being involved with a white man. And too, it was around that time when they were singers and stuff, and they were on TV and things like that, and that kind of got to me mentally.
Okay, so I'm almost sure it was the case with Wham as well, but I know for sure that Boy George was sexually perverse, and so I'm real interested to know how you were attracted to white men through him in particular.
Well, it had something to do with, even the females talked about the hair and the long hair and the things like that, because the white man I was involved with did have long hair. And I think at the point in time that I described him as looking like Jesus.
Good Lord.
Looking like Jesus. And I didn't think Jesus would hurt me.
Lord, I don't think you.
And I called him the white Jesus in my chapter, in chapter 1. I called him the white Jesus. And I got, I didn't think Jesus would hurt me. But see, again, I was young, much younger than I am now, but I was young, and I was fascinated. Okay, and then they had them on television and that type of thing. But like I said, he looked like Jesus to me, really.
Oh, God.
The white Jesus.
They said that about the white pedophile in England just this week, Jimmy Savile. They just said that about him with the hair and everything. They said he was like Jesus. He could do no wrong. And there are estimates that he molested anywhere from 500 to 2,000 children. They said the same thing.
Am I sexually attracted to underage boys?